Omar Isuf here. Guys, I'm bringing the thunder, as always. This video, informative for everyone. Men, women, children, dogs, because we're talking about how to find the best gym out there, right? For you, for all you, for your goal. And I belong to a lot of crappy gyms. I've worked for some crappy gyms. Luckily now, through time, I managed to belong, as far as I'm concerned, to the best gym in Toronto and Canada. Best gym I've ever belonged to. What I'm going to try and give you are my top tips, because like I said before, I was the personal training director at a very fancy posh gym, and so I've seen it all before a million times. A lot of mistakes people make in terms of signing up, and also in terms of what they look for, where your eyes can fool you, right? Gyms do sometimes a great job of false advertising. Oh shit, Jimmy, look at how many Smith machines this place has. I got news for you, Jimmy, you don't fucking need them, right? So they do a great job on marketing, the illusion of value. Really what it comes down to, the two essential points, the big two, would be what it's got and what it's like, the gym. Those are the two things you have to rate. So here's what I mean. When I say what does it have, it's like, well, what do you need? Are you an Olympic lifter? Do you need bumper plates? Are you a power lifter? Do you need to be able to slam the weight potentially on the ground? What do you need? So obviously the first requirement of any gym is what it's got. Does it have the equipment you need? And also maybe potential equipment that you might use in the future. And what I mean, some really great underground gyms. Most of the best gyms are going to be independently operated, right? They have pieces of equipment that you're not used to. So I never used a Prowler before belonging to Fortis Fitness. But they have strongman equipment, so they have the yoke bar so you can do the farmer walks. They have the fat bar, they have the football bar. They have a lot of specialty equipment there. So I was not only preparing for what I currently know, but what I'll be doing in the future. The equipment that was there was like unlike any other I've seen. And when I say also, what equipment does it have? How many racks does it have? Because let's face it, for real training, the power rack reigns supreme. And Fortis Fitness, I think, has 9 or 10 power racks going on in there. So that's a lot. I never have to wait. So I look for, first of all, what does the gym have? Does it have what I need? And then what I try and evaluate is the gym culture, because yes, that exists. The vibe of the gym. What's the management like? Are they dumb fucks? Are they gonna come over when you're deadlifting and when you're lifting with a heavy ass weight and you put the weight down and they're gonna say, excuse me, please don't lift so heavy? Or are they gonna be cool about it? You know, it depends on who they are and what they're like and who, frankly, they're employing. So if you have a little like 18-year-old that's just working there, scared for their job, it's probably not gonna be optimal for you. You wanna be in an environment that's conducive to your lifting. So you wanna make sure you have like-minded individuals, fellow brothers and sisters in iron. And you can evaluate that fairly easily by taking a look at who goes to the gym, right? So the gym culture a lot of times will inform you what the management is like. In other words, if you got really cool gym members, most likely the management or the owner is also a pretty cool individual and, you know, will allow you to do what you want to do. And that's basically it. You want a gym that'll allow you to do what you want to do. Have the equipment that you need and also have the right environment for you. So that's when I say gym culture. I also look at the people that are going there, because if you see a lot of guys that are curling a lot of dumbbells and doing just a lot of bench press, but ain't nobody squatting, ain't nobody deadlifting, and you want to deadlift, that might not be, once again, the right fit for you. So the big two things before I go on I want to say is what they got and then what it's like, the management and the culture. The other big important factors then, after those two have been established, hey, they look pretty good, because I would not compromise on either of those two. You do not want to deal with bad owners, and you don't want to deal with a gym that doesn't have what you need. The other then two you have to take a look at is how busy is it? Because I have experienced a really truly great gym that quite frankly was just overcrowded at optimal time. So in the evening and so forth, you had to wait for racks, you know, you had to wait for the bench, and that could really bog down your workout. So how busy is it? Is the equipment available? Can you do what you need to do in the time? You know, let's say if you're doing a fat loss circuit and you need to move around fairly rapidly, you need to use the Prowler, yet there's a wait of at least 20 minutes before you can use it, that might once again not be optimal for you. So in terms of availability of equipment, to me is also very important. And the other factor then, boiling this all together, are you getting what you pay for? The value of the gym. And I want to talk briefly about this, about contracts, how much you pay per month, and so forth. In your area, you could find an estimated rough average cost of how much a gym will be. You know, let's say $40, $50, $60 a month. And what you'll do, you'll take that figure and you'll compare what you're getting at this gym you're looking at and think, is it worth it? Are you getting good value? The big problem that most gyms will do, they try and get you like an indentured laborer, like a slave. Well, they'll get you to a contract, you know, at least 1 year, 2 years, reoccurring billing, and they'll make you sign a really lengthy waiver and, you know, a whole bunch of legal babble. They'll say basically, essentially, if you quit, you have to pay an extra $500 or a certain fee. That's all bullshit, right? Really great gyms, by and large, do not have this. A lot of them, either they'll work month to month, or you could just sign a 1-year contract, pay for it all up front. You don't need to provide your credit card information, your date of birth, some weird ass shit. You just, you know, you provide what you need, you sign up, and then you're good to go. You're not going to get any weird fees. Once again, I'll say at Fortis Fitness, there's a month-to-month that you could pay. You just pay $50 a month, and it can be ongoing, or you could choose to come in and cancel it any time. A lot of times when it comes to financial issues and gyms, it stems from a much larger issue, as I was saying before. The management is crap, the owners are crap, all they care about is making money, they don't care about the people. It stems from that. So make sure when you're looking at price and cost options, that's always a factor. Am I going to sign a contract? What am I signing exactly? And is it really worth what I want? You will notice, last point I'll say, is that the best gyms are ones you haven't heard about. They're hole in the walls, right? They're in the middle of nowhere. They might also be downtown, but they don't have the advertising, that marketing arm to spend to get you to hear about it. So you gotta do a little bit of research. You gotta Google this shit. You gotta find out where those gyms are. They are out there. I thought in Toronto, you know, which is a really big city, that I looked at all the different gyms. I was wrong. Some Google searches, some talking to smart individuals that also train maybe with a similar style to yourself will certainly help you out. Guys, might seem simple what I listed when saying looking for a gym, what to look for here, but really these are the key points. The last final point I'm gonna make is don't take shit when you're signing up for a gym contract, because a lot of people, they think it's set in stone. Here's the big secret from working at a bunch of gyms. A lot of gyms, even sometimes good ones, they don't have one set price. They basically scale the price according to how much they think they could get from you. So always be willing to barter. Don't just accept the price that they give you. Say, you know, I heard, the line that always works is fantastic. You say, I heard from a friend who's also a member, and then when they try and be specific, just say he prefers to remain, you know, anonymous, that he's getting X rate or he's getting a cheaper rate. What do you say about that? And a lot of times, you'd be surprised, they'll then give you that cheaper rate. Anyways, guys, that is the video. That's what I had to say. A good gym environment is very important, very conducive to you lifting heavy and getting the success that you deserve. Do not compromise. Do not sacrifice. Right? Get what you deserve. That's all I gotta say. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like the video. If you're not a subscriber yet, well, you're probably belonging to a crappy gym. It's time to change a couple things in your life. Subscribe, join a new gym. Rest of you guys, I will be seeing all of you in the next video.